is Emily Weiss, and this is Mental, a podcast where we talk about something that's not all too covered in the media: mental health. In this specific episode, we will be talking about mental health programs and how they're failing in universities. A depressive episode made it impossible for me to go to classes, and I did not get help until it was too late and I was withdrawn, and I could never afford the cost to go back because I lost my scholarship. This was the case of a student who was forced to drop out of college. They weren't kicked out because of laziness, nor because of intentional neglect of any kind. They had to leave because of their depression. For a mental illness that affects 6.7% of the United States population, or about 14.8 million people per year, as stated by the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, the amount of people still hurting from the ailment overwhelms the progress we're making to fix it. For this one individual, the side effects were so significant that it inhibited their daily ability to function to such an extent that it put their future on the line. And considering such a substantial portion of the population suffers from the disease, instances like this happen much more often than we realize, or than we want to realize. In fact, the National Alliance on Mental Illness conducted a study that proves the extent in which disorders inhibit, college students specifically. It was titled College Students Speak, a survey report on mental health, and the findings were astonishing. According to the results, out of all dropouts, 64% of students who were no longer attending college had reportedly done so due to a mental health concern. This number is unnervingly high, considering there are mental health programs both in middle and high schools and in colleges that have been established to prevent just this from happening. So why is it still going on? Why is it still going on if there have been meetings and trials and surveys and satisfactory ratings for improvement on these things and other efforts made in order to set up support systems with accommodations for individuals who suffer from mental health issues just like this one? The question lies not in the structure of these arrangements, but in their expression, in their advertising. Most often, students are either unaware of the options available to them or do not reach out for one reason or another. These reasons may include fear of the stigma associated with admitting vulnerability, frustration with the excessive amount of time it takes to actually access the resources, the limited availability of the individuals running the programs, the lack of individualized help, or otherwise. Of the group surveyed in NAMI back in 2012, only 50% of respondents had disclosed their mental health condition to their school. The other half of the students are left to figure it out on their own, whether it's by choice or not. The National Alliance on Mental Illness has deep-rooted research and studies driven by their goal to bring awareness to and help for all those struggling to maintain a mental illness. It's hard to be done on your own. According to their stats, one of the major symptoms of depression is a harboring and inescapable feeling of hopelessness. People lose faith in the possibility of getting better because of the failing health systems available to them. Since the disorder can start so young, so should treatment. Universal law is the best way to regulate and ensure treatment follows policy and is both promoted and maintained properly. We need to start making mental health a priority, and we will see change. Take a moment to look around you. Think about your loved ones. Wouldn't you hope to help them if they were suffering? Wouldn't you hope they'd help you? Thank you.